On episode 106, the King and Jack of Incensed are losing it all on the poker table. The Queen of Incensed is waiting for a shiny chameleon. And the Joker of Incensed probably doesn't know what we're talking about at all.
Nope.
Welcome to this episode of the Incensed podcast. We hope you're all good. Boys, it's nice to be calling in from Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
So, boys, how are we all doing?
Ready for it, man. We're in Vegas. It is Hoenn Tour this weekend. I'm buzzing. I don't know about you guys, but I am buzzing. This is going to be the first live event of this year, and it is going to be phenomenal.
I want to apologise. I'm a little bit jet lagged, but I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing.
Yeah,
to be
you've
here.
flown in
Thank
just
you.
to do this episode, haven't you?
Thank you.
Mate, I've literally, when I say, I've just stepped off the plane, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit sort of all over the gaff, but no, I'm ready to go, man. I'm buzzing to be here, looking at the casinos right now. Yeah, having a great time, having a whale of a time.
Mark and you took the Incensed private jet over and were handed microphones the moment you got off the plane.
Yes. Well, no, Mark was on the private jet. I flew with BA. Mark was on the private jet. Yeah.
Do you know what I love about
Mark
this trip,
style.
though? Do you know when we did Sevilla, or whatever it was flipping called last year? we got on the plane in our normal UK wear, got off the plane sweating like anything. Love it. I've gone out in my winter spring attire. You know, always winter attire, isn't it? And it's cold out here as well.
It is.
So it's worked out all right.
Yes.
I mean, it's comfortable. It's a bit warmer than at home, but it's definitely not the Vegas that we would get later in the year.
Yes, sadly.
First world problems.
Yeah, first world problems here.
I'm actually surprised that Coops left the airport because there's slot machines and gambling actually in the airport. So I'm surprised he actually got out.
Literally, in my head, I was like, podcast, come on, Coops, podcast. So like I said, you know, as soon as we finish this, you know, after Shinies of the week, I've got to go, boys. I've got to go. You know, my return flight back home, BA, is there.
It's only here for as long as this episode is.
Yeah.
That's it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be bailed out. I've lost everything on the not strip 5-card poker at the casino.
I bet Ian made it all up on the strip blackjack table, didn't you, Ian?
You can't beat strip blackjack. Seriously, you cannot beat it. And I'm definitely not playing strip Ring of Fire. I tell you that now.
I was about to ask.
I was say, don't you remember last night?
Do you know what I found really funny, guys? Though, joke aside, you know, we're all here, it's great fun and that, but how perplexed that guy looked like the dealer looked like in the casino we're all in. When Coops was trying to play snap with him on the blackjack table, that was hilarious, wasn't it? He was like, no, don't
Coops
touch
playing
the
Snap,
cards.
and he's looking, why are you A, playing Snap, and why are you removing your clothing?
No, I think he liked the second part, didn't he?
You're certainly getting looks.
Yeah. You're looking good though, boys. Obviously, this is the first time real life podcast we've done in a while. You're all looking good. Everyone's looking really well.
Yeah, live from the casino.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We've got one hell of a show lined up for you, so definitely.
Pop your incenses, champions. Let's go.
Zoe's also here at the crap stable with us.
She was last night.
Make sure if you do get something, and to be honest, this weekend, if you're in Vegas, we'd love to hear what you managed to get. Tag us on our social medias. Twitter and Instagram are at Incensed Podcast, or use the email incensedpodcast@yahoo.com, or Campfire. You can get us through Campfire. We've got to rep that server.
Yep.
But you can use the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Could you clarify that spelling?
And it's SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Definitely drop that hashtag. Or a different one.
Or just, you know,
Send a
walk
voice
up
note.
to Ian and Milo, that are there right now in Vegas, and just tell them
Not
that...
right now. We've got a very important poker hand to deal with. All right,
Oh,
wait for
okay.
me to finish the game.
Okay.
It's just a queue. Oh, there's a queue of people behind us with the Shinies of the Week. You can read them live.
IRL, baby.
But something else that we can do live in the casino is getting to know you.
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
So, we are in Vegas. Tonight's getting to know you is a really, really simple question. With the caveat of other than casinos,
Okay.
when Las Vegas is mentioned to you, what do you think? And you can't say casinos.
So I'm not going to say casinos, and I don't know why I think this. I think of Elvis Presley, but I don't know why.
Viva Las Vegas, baby.
Yeah, is it that song, the
Yeah.
Viva
Yeah, it is
Las
that.
Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Yeah. And he's like, bright light city gonna set my soul. Is it that one? Is
That exact one?
Yes, yeah.
And I'd like to say, in the last year and a bit, you've actually expanded your horizons, because on 2021's Christmas show, you said you'd never listened to Elvis Presley. So there we go.
Sorry, did you just know that off by heart?
I did, yes.
He's waited. He's waited for the opportunity.
I've been
to call
waiting
you
for
out
you
on
just
it.
to mention it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So yeah, my answer, I'm a bit starstruck. My answer is Elvis Presley.
Thing that comes to mind, probably the movie The Hangover.
Oh, classic.
Immediately comes to
yes.
mind because of how much shenanigans happens, and it just perfectly encapsulates kind of what probably isn't your ideal
That would be
trip to
if
Vegas.
that would be if the four of us went to Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm not
literal
stealing Mike
Literally.
Tyson's tiger. Podcast crew on tour in Vegas would be messy, and that's an understatement.
Oh, Ian, if you come back with like a face tattoo or something from Vegas, that'd be brilliant.
A missing tooth.
Genius, mate. A missing tooth. Vegas. For
Baby.
me, I'm going to go down the film, baby. Coops, I agree with you, by the way. Vegas, I do have Elvis Presley visions coming in my mind.
Yeah.
Coming in my mind, that's a bit wrong. Sort of... I got visions of like big shows in Vegas on the strip and things like that. Grand designs. Do you know what I mean? Like everything's just like big, you know. They're
Kevin
the sort
McCloud.
of images that go into my mind. But I'm going to go down the film route a bit like you, Milo, because like you said, yeah, The Hangover, yeah, that'd be funny, that would actually. I like Ocean's 11. Love the film Ocean's 11.
Yes.
I know it was shot in Vegas, and obviously we're not going to focus on the casinos, but we know it's around robbing said casino. But yeah, Ocean's 11 for me, minus the casino scenes. That helps. What about you, Mr. Waterfall, then?
There are many things I think of when I think about Vegas. Had a lot of good times in Vegas, had a lot of very drunken nights in Vegas, but for me, when you say Vegas, you automatically think of the Las Vegas Strip, which granted is full of casinos, but not just casinos. Hotels, restaurants, bars. But I'm going to go one step further. The Las Vegas Strip that we've got now isn't the proper Las Vegas Strip. So the original Las Vegas Strip is back over on the Fremont area, which is where all the neon signs are and the Vegas that you'll have seen in the old movies. And that in itself is just an amazing experience. The Fremont Street experience is just, it's great. It takes you back in time. And that for me is what I think of with Vegas. Neon lights, it's kind of like the Blackpool of America. And running along those lines, I'm going to throw in a film reference because that seems to be the kind of gimmick
We've gone
that
down
we
that
go
route,
with
haven't we?
tonight.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm going to throw in a classic James Bond film
course you are.
reference. Diamonds Are Forever, 1971. It's the James Bond film with the biggest continuity error ever.
Oh, the Mustang.
In that
Yep.
James Bond goes into an alley on two wheels one way, and then he comes out on two wheels the other way.
Yeah, and then they had to insert a shot
They
of
had to
Sean
insert
Connery
a little bit where the car
going
switches in
from
an alley.
one side to the other because they couldn't flip the image because of all the neon signs.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what I think of with Vegas, yeah.
It'd be like me going in the edit suite, it's, oh no, we really can't edit our way out of this one.
So you just do a little bit of additional filming and just flip the image.
Oh, God.
Marky, look, have a little look. Look at these little
No.
James Bond friends. Oh, James Bond friends. Oh,
We like Sean. Jesus.
Yeah, 1971 Sean Connery. Not the best
71
James
was
Bond
it?
film ever, but it was, you know what? Diamonds Are Forever for me is, it's not a perfect James Bond film, but it's got two places that I love. Vegas, which I can take in small doses, and Amsterdam, which I can take in small doses.
oh
So,
yes.
yeah, so
What a
two great
place.
locations.
Well, since we are in Vegas at the casino, I feel like I owe it to the people listening to this podcast who love this game. I'm going to pitch this now as a new format of gambling here at the casino. Coops, could you play What the Ducklett? What's the Ducklett?
Question: can I say no? I don't want to play it.
No, you
Can
can't
I-
say no.
I'm afraid not. We need
We're not
the
going to let
content.
you out of this one.
Okay.
Sadly, Coops is not content with the content.
No. I'm very content, just not content with this game. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this as easy as possible. Then we can move on, right? Right.
You're going to
So-
leave
Yeah, we
Pokemon names in
probably
the
can,
description.
Yeah. So obviously, Las Vegas, the Hoenn Tour. If I'm correct, is it a Safari Zone Go Fest? What
It's
is
not,
it?
no, it's a Hoenn Tour.
No, it's Hoenn.
The Hoenn Tour. It's a Pokemon Tour.
And it's
Okay.
such an apt name for an
Hoenn
event in
Tour.
Vegas.
Okay,
Hoenn.
cool. Right. So,
Hoenn
so
Tour,
obviously,
yeah.
the boys are there.
In a casino.
So yeah, in a casino. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's go.
Yes.
Your only clue, because I think you're going to get them first round, is these are easy to do with Hoenn. Okay.
Right.
So this Pokemon, this Mon, is capable of changing its body colours at will to blend in with its surroundings. Yep, correct. Well done, Milo. Correct. Brilliant. And I forgot to say that we're only playing this game to 1. So well done, Milo. Congrats.
Wow. We're really not getting the runtime.
I think we need a bit more
show.
time, surely.
The casino are loving it. They want to hear more, all right?
Yeah, you know what?
All those people with their Shinies of the Week over my shoulder right now, they want more.
Yeah.
I have to agree. And I'm going to give you a bit of a clue for this one. This is one of my all-time favourite GBL mons, okay? So, this so-and-so is very strong. It has enough power to easily drag a boulder.
Swampert. He loves Swampert.
Well done.
Swampert.
Done.
Wow.
Mark, fair play, bro. You got that really quick.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Well done.
Wow. Okay.
He loves a Swampert.
We've got a game on our hands.
I feel like I'm just really shocked because you literally got that before I said, okay, fair enough, GG's, fair enough, I'm going to give that to you.
You love Swampert. When you said GBL, I know you love Swampert. Well, it's in Hoenn. That was the guess.
So I'm now going to actually, Ian, I'm going to talk about now one of your favourite Pokemon. You absolutely love this Pokemon. It's one that you sort of go to bed and you dream about.
Ian's not sleeping tonight, unfortunately.
So this blah blah blah's nostrils are located above its eyes. This playful Pokemon loves to startle people by forcefully snorting out seawater it stores inside its body out of its nostrils.
I think this might be a nod to another podcast.
Oh, the
Go on then.
whales.
Whalmer.
Yes, I told you it was your favourite.
Shallow,
Milo
Richard,
gave
and
me the
Ronnie.
answer. I had no idea.
So sorry, is it really 1-1-1? Is it really?
Only because they gave that one to me.
That's your own fault, Coops.
Now, Marky, for you, because I know you are the mega connoisseur, so there's no other mon that I would have to pick than this one. So-and-so is extremely dull-witted. It doesn't notice being hit. However, it can't stand hunger for even a second. The Pokemon's body is a seething cauldron of boiling magma.
Is it Camerupt?
No.
Ooh. Oh, what? Torkoal?
No.
Oh.
Magma. It's not Magmar, is it?
That's Gen 1.
Did you just say magma?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Nummel.
No. I'm going to give you a clue. All I'm going to say is I'm going to give you a clue. Milo. That's the only clue I'm giving you.
All right, Nummel.
Correct. Well done.
I can see why we don't play that game very often.
Milo won? Yep, great, amazing. Well done,
Yeah, he
Milo.
did. Yeah,
Only
he
to
did,
two.
First to
I
two.
really did want first to one.
Everyone got points. There.
I feel mine was a bit of a charity point, though. But let's have a chat, shall we? Of course, we know this weekend is the Hoenn Tour in Vegas. And of course, next weekend, we've got the global Hoenn Tour. So let's just have a quick 5-10 minutes here. Let's talk about expectations, what we can expect, not just for the Vegas one this weekend, but in general for Hoenn Tour. What are your expectations? What are your sort of goals out of the event? Let's make some predictions here and now. What do you think your shiny Jirachi IVs are going to be?
Ooh.
Do we have to?
Yes, we have to.
God, and a review recap next week. Oh, God.
Yeah, the most accurate with the Jirachi IVs gets a cookie.
Okay, fine. Wait, so I get my Jirachi IVs the week after, right? Is that right?
If you do the masterwork research,
Yes.
you'll get them next weekend, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, so it'll be another recap the week after as well. Okay.
Don't worry, there's only 2 shows around Hoenn Tour.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to go with an 84%er.
Bang in
I'm
the
going to
middle,
go with
yeah.
I'm going to go
Three-star,
with the
okay.
12, 14, 13.
Interesting. I'm going to be hopelessly optimistic with the one from Vegas. I'm going to say it will be probably my best mythical at like a 96%, but it'll be 13, 15, 15.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that IV, to be fair.
I seem to get either really high 2 stars or very low 3 stars. And I just got a feeling that it's going to go completely amazing this time around. I'm going to call it.
Yes.
Shundo.
Shundo Jirachi.
Shundo Jirachi.
Bring it on.
I'm calling it. Shundo Jirachi. There we go.
Are you actually calling
I'm calling
it? Okay,
it.
fine.
I'm going to
fine.
call
Okay,
it. Why
okay,
not?
okay.
There's as much chance of it being that than something else.
If Mark's right, if he's actually right, that's going to be so much more a significant prize than the cookie that's on offer.
What flavour cookie, by the way? I didn't ask.
Chocolate chip.
Ginger nut.
Sure.
Do you know what? I knew you were
Ginger
going to
nuts.
say.
Oh, I love ginger nuts.
Ginger nuts are great, aren't they?
Coop's own brand.
Anyway, going back to the predictions, you've all been quite optimistic, and I'm going to get a good one. I'm going to get a Shunda. I'm going to get a 91%. I'm going to
I
get.
wouldn't say Coops is as optimistic.
Well, no, but I'm being realistic now. Most of
So
my
was I.
most of my mythicals. Well, yeah, but you still said 84%. I'm being realistic here. Mine, I know
69.
I don't get good ones. I'm going to end up with a 2-star one.
Okay.
It's probably going to be something like a 78%.
Ooh.
It is probably going to be something like a 10, 11, 13 or something. It's going to be something terrible.
Okay.
As cricket would say, it's going to be dirty.
Very dirty 2-star.
It's going to be a dirty Hoenn from Vegas.
Oh, God. Filthy Jirachi.
Filthy shiny Jirachi. But I would like a good one, but historically, I always like crash out on these. So
So
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
unfortunate
expecting.
we've got one shot in this weekend
Yes.
in Vegas, and then that's
have.
it. And then we'll have to
And
wait.
I hope I'm wrong.
Mm.
I really hope I'm wrong.
Milo's a,
I was like, I would like to be wrong, but I haven't given myself much wiggle room for it to go upwards.
You can't get much better than 9. Well, you can get a little bit better than 9.
It's going to come back as a 10, 10, 11, isn't it? It's going to be like bloody Cosmog.
Yep, it is.
bloody Cosmog.
So let's talk about the event. We've made the predictions. Check back here either next week or the week after when we've all got our shiny Jirachis.
It should be 2 weeks, I think.
Well, the masterwork research for anyone that's not going to Vegas might be a bit more involved.
Oh, hang
so
fire.
hopefully 2 weeks.
Yes, you may have to do 30 days of something like you did for Mew, so it may not be 2 weeks' time when we know all our
Might be
Jirachi
next
IVs.
month.
So,
We'll see.
sorry, just confirming, we're still going to be talking about the Hoenn Tour
In
in,
the
May, right?
Yeah, in May.
Callback at some point.
yeah.
Let's say Easter.
Okay, cool.
Unless you need a streak and then you don't spin something for, like, if it's 30 days,
See,
for example.
that's what I'm worried about. If it is 30 days in a row, I will talk to you in about 4 years about my Chinese Jirachi.
You've
All
actually
those
got to
years
get
ago.
you've got to get to Legend and GBL 3 seasons in a row.
Bro, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I'd probably do that though by the time I spin
You've been the
30
only person who got
Pokestops in a row.
Jirachi.
Yeah,
out of us
yeah.
four.
Not anymore, mate. Not anymore. No.
Oh.
What are my expectations? We know the spawns. We know the areas. Is it the different habitats? Is that correct?
Habitats, yep.
We know the
Yes.
habitats. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't think that they're like mega exciting, but I think we discussed this a while ago when it was released, because we were saying that the Hoenn region has got probably the most shinies already available, sort of generally
has
when
a
it's
lot,
when it's come to these. So I don't really think Hoenn has got that many like meta exciting Pokemons in you know, the ones like Bagon and Metagross, they've kind of been done and done sort of, you know, over and over again for community days. Obviously the Mega recently, Beldum could potentially be a community day classic in the future. So
Come on.
yeah.
Bring it on.
So I think the spawns are a bit average. I think the raid bosses. Please don't think I'm being negative. I'm just giving my honest opinion on the event, and you guys can tell me next week. Obviously, Deoxys, it's a bit. You know, I'm not really.
Avoid the 5 stars.
Yeah,
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
which is a shame. Obviously, as we know, Primal Groudon Kyogre is going to be epic. I think it's going to be a pretty average weekend, but the fact that you're in Vegas and it's sold out and everyone's going to be there, I think that's going to bump up an average Pokemon play day to like an incredible weekend experience, if you want me to be honest. And that's kind of like my sort of opinions. Obviously, my expectations are different because I'm clearly doing it the week after. I'll just kind of be the sort of casual that I am and what shinies you get, right? Because I wanted the Hitmonchan and the Hitmonlee from
That's true.
Kanto,
Yeah,
and I didn't
Yeah.
get either. So-
No,
And they were
so
new.
it's, you
Yeah.
know, so I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I want this shiny, and then you'll be like, did you get it, Coops? And I'll be like, no.
No, that's a good point, and that's kind of the attitude I'm going into this with. I'm not targeting specific shinies because thinking back to when we actually looked at the spawns, I mean, I don't need Minor and Plusle. I don't need Illumise.
Tough luck.
and Volbeat.
They're everywhere.
Sorry, I don't need Lunatone and Solrock. I don't need them. What I do, however, need, and what I will be trying my hardest to get, and this is just me, I still need Snowy and Sunshine cast form. Now, if cast form is spawning there, like we know, at least the rainy and sunny forms are going to be. Sunny cast form is the one that I am going to be trying my damnedest to get.
As you were mentioning all those Pokemon, and I feel like the thing is, this is the weird thing for me. All of those Pokemon, you don't really want XL candy for either.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you could.
Absolutely.
It's really hard to explain about the generation just in general, like compared to Kanto. I feel very weird, but it's like what you just said. You know, I mean, we love Volbeat and Illumise, but do we need 300 XL candy? I don't know.
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
No.
Level 50.
You know,
Level 50, great league.
I don't know. Probably goes.
do they Mega Evolve? I don't know. Mega Evolve, Mark.
Make it Illumise.
The reason why I think it's a bit of a lackluster gen, because a solid percent of the generation you really don't need to grind the XL candy for.
You're right, but one thing that we're all going to want to grind XL for, I know Milo's on the same page as me, and I think you will be as well, Coops. Yes. No. Primal Groudon and Kyogre. These obviously are debuting in Vegas. The raid game for this is going to be amazing. I dread to think how much coin I'm going to drop on raiding these.
Let's not go there. But the other cool thing is obviously, and this is actually quite new, because they haven't had this, or they haven't done this with Johto and Kanto Tours. They've now got, they will have had this in Vegas, and it's going to be replicated in the global tour next weekend. It's a actual rivalry between Ruby and Sapphire, in terms of trying to see who can... I can't remember the exact challenges.
Yeah, there will be. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago when we actually gave the new information for the event. And depending on which team you pick, you'll be basically playing for that team.
Yes, there's an actual competition, so there'll be challenges and things like that. We've had global challenges and all kinds of stuff with the tour events in the past and the Go Fest, but this one's a proper rivalry to fight for spawns, which is where Ian's saying, I want the Sunny cast form. You're going to have to pray that the Groudon team do their utmost to get you those spawns, because if Kyogre outweighs Groudon...
Yeah, I'm going Sapphire, which is the Kyogre badge. So realistically, I want to make sure that my team kind of loses, so I get the Sunny cast form spawns.
So you need to deliberately fail your challenges. Which we'll have to see how that runs, because it's going to be very interesting to see the hourly. We've seen, obviously, Sevilla Safari Zone in 2022 and the unknowns that were at Berlin, Seattle, and Sapporo at the top of the hour. Every 2 minutes, it's like, hey, boom, massive clusters of unknown, or Corefish as it was in the Safari Zone. I can't remember for the APAC ones. They probably had their specific ones as well.
I think there was breakouts, but I can't remember what they were.
I think so. This is like a full-on hourly rotation in addition to the actual hourly habitats. So you get like these extra spawns thrown in, which none of us really need Plusle and Minun, and they're thrown into either one of the categories.
Mark might do, we don't know. He loves a Plusle and Minun.
Do you need XL, Marky?
You haven't heard my predictions for your boys' experience in Vegas yet, so I'll let you carry on.
Oh, God.
I think Mark's predictions are he's going to be going for both versions of the hatted Pikachu.
No, that'll be me.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking.
We'll have to see how it goes with the team challenges, particularly on the global one, because the global one is really going to have a lot of impact on what people get, and that will be kind of globally affected. So we'll have to see who wins, Ruby or Sapphire. But personal predictions, I've got to be honest, I don't really mind. Like, as Coops has said, the Hoenn region has had so many shinies out, and so many of them have been out for, at this point, coming up to 5 years, which is mad. So there aren't very many left remaining. It would be nice to get the new ones, but they're spaced out in between the habitats, particularly for the global. And the Vegas one, they'll be in different sort of areas, I'd assume. To be honest, I'm just going to go and hope that I can get the shiny regionals from eggs. I want at least one shiny regional to say successfully done. That add-on for the egg bonus hatching thing was worth it. If I don't come away with a shiny regional, I'll be like, why did I spend wherever it was, like $20 adding that on or something stupid?
And me and Marky are here ready to tell you.
Yeah.
You know how the game works. We're ready. It'll
make it so much more of a punch in the gut when he's going like, I paid for bonuses and they didn't work.
Yep.
But I'd be sick to get the new shinies.
I'm not in Vegas with you boys. Hoenn doesn't excite me. It's not one of those generations that I'm like, yeah, exciting. You know, at the end of the day, there are some nice new shinies, not many of them. You can count them on one hand, the ones that aren't regional. It's going to be the buzz of being in Vegas, which is going to make it what it is. And I think that's why they've made it big for Vegas, because I think the global events are going to be pretty... I don't think they'll be great. I'm not saying they'll be poor, but I don't think they'll be great. My predictions for you boys is you'll come back with these things in your Pokemon storage, unless you've deleted them, just to prove me wrong. I predict for you, Milo, a shiny Slack-Off.
Yay. I'll take that.
Ian, for you, I predict it will exist for you over there in Vegas, and you will get your shiny Phoebus, my man. I think that'll happen for you. Because it needs to show again, doesn't it, mate, since Dortmund?
I now have that many. I don't want to see a shiny Phoebus.
I don't blame you. And Coopsy, I think this is our joint prediction for me and you. If we do play it in the global event, we'll get some shiny normal cast form.
Yes, something will go wrong with the spawns.
And maybe a couple more Aaron, as they seem to always find me anyway.
Do you know, I thought he was actually going to say, Coots, my prediction for you is that you actually get out of bed. that is legit.
That's hella ambitious.
My prediction for Coops next weekend when we do this at Walpole Park is that Coops will arrive late.
Yes.
Well, he'll arrive when Gen 4's been released.
I say Sinnoh Tour, surely.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's the thing. Like, when you deep it, like Spoink, Aaron, when you actually deep it, I'm like, wow, it's actually very average.
That's the thing. There's so many bad mons, but there's so many good ones as well.
Yes, yeah, of course.
And that's exactly it, And like I said, I do like raiding, but I think for me, I think you need to like a Pokemon. I mean, I don't GBR, I don't raid. Getting a Hundo Kyogre and a Hundo Groudon would be lovely, which I haven't got either. But what would I do with it if I got it? There's no real purpose other than it being a collectible. Get that. You guys can have a blast. What stays in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Unless you catch something.
Very, very much stays with you.
Let me flex. No, it's not really a flex, but so yeah, Milo was right. I got my first 3 100% Groudons in my first 100 raids. So technically I got them like in the first sort of 33.333%, and 100 every 33 is bloody good odds. Hey, Milo.
Yes.
It's my game. It's my game.
Spiffing odds.
I've only done probably about 60 Groudon raids and 60 Kyogre raids, and like I don't particularly like either of them that much. I don't dislike them, by the way, but I'm not overly love them. But I love Rayquaza. I've done like over 180 Rayquaza, which again isn't a lot for compared to some people, but for like someone like myself, and I've got 2 Hundo Rayquazas in the 180 that I've done. But do you know the thing that really I hate about it is I've only got 81 Candy XL. That was before they put the boost on Candy XL. Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh.
But moving away from the legendaries, do we think that we could get shiny Kecleon on the global Hoenn Tour? Do you think it's possible that you can do it?
Global, I think it's going to be harder to obtain.
That's why I didn't say Vegas.
Yeah.
Because if not, Ian and I will bring them back for you. Don't worry. We'll have some...
If we can get a few, then we'll bring them back and share the love.
Some Vegas Kecleon.
Yeah.
Because Kecleon's just a normal Pokemon, isn't it? It's nothing mythical, legendary, anything about it. It's just
normal. It's a normal Pokemon.
I enjoy the chase for it. I hope that Kecleon on the global is very hard to get. And I hope they just leave it on Pokestops and add a little bit more of a chase on for it. I think that'd be fun. I know we've said this before when Ditto, but until they actually did release Ditto and change its dynamics, so it was in the wild. Because everyone was a bit gutted, weren't they, when they got it as the reward? Well, actually, what we would have loved to have done is chase the Ditto. Do you remember when we had
Kanto?
It was Kanto, wasn't it? It was Kanto, wasn't it, for Ditto? Yeah. I think it'd be very difficult. I think, like you say, the best chance is going to be in Vegas, and rightly so. Please, guys, please get us them. I'd love to have a Vegas shiny Kecleon.
We'll bring them back. Don't worry.
Bring them back.
We'll be smuggling those lizards back to Blighty.
Blighty? Like a Simpsons episode. Was that with the snakes? Releasing his Kecleon into the wild.
Welcome home. The only thing that's popped up in my head about the Kecleon thing, if it's a Pokestops, remember all of the previous tours we've had like those trainers in fancy outfits on you. People submitted those TVs.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Kecleon is probably replacing those, except you have to prod the bloody thing if it's a Pokestops to get it to jump off of the Pokestop. So it's going to be very irritating and slow you down.
So all jokes aside, after this tour one, what's the gen after Hoenn? Is it Sinnoh?
It is Sinnoh.
Is that more exciting?
Gibble?
That's a no then.
Yeah.
Sinnoh has probably even less shinies.
Pachirisu will be another regional. It's regionals. We're putting stuff for regionals,
yeah,
aren't we?
Regional game.
Sheldon. Shellos. Shiny Shellosses.
Oh, okay.
Could come out. We haven't had Chingling yet, have we?
Go and play in Greenwich Park.
Can I just say, Ian, when he went Shellos, Ian went, oh, that's cool. And then he's literally faced, he was like, actually, no, it's not cool at all. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, but something, do you know what is cool?
Rotom.
Nice.
What?
Mark's Pub Quiz.
There's a branch of it out here in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Welcome, boys. It's me. I'm here in Vegas.
Whoa.
Welcome to my pub.
Ooh.
I can't speak in an American accent though, so I'm just going to be me. So we're in Vegas. I thought we'd have a little quiz about Vegas. And because Ian's been to Vegas before and knows Vegas more than you boys, Ian's going to go third on the answers for this pub quiz. Thought we'd make it a little bit fairer. I know Coops is going, damn you.
No.
I suppose the important question mark, who's going to go first, Milo or Coops?
Well, we're going to try something different because Coops and Milo, one of you's got a call. Do you want sparkly side or black side? And if you get it right, you get to choose. So you ready? Who wants to call it?
I'll call Sparkles.
Here we go. It's Sparkles. Milo, do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
Second.
For right.
once.
We've added a bit of flair to this one, right? And risk as well. So Coops first, Milo second, and Ian third.
Hold on, shall I put my glasses on so I can feel a bit more intelligent? Hold on.
Oh, Harry's back in the room. Here we go.
Glasses are on. Here we go. 10 out of 10. No, how many questions are we doing?
5.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Here we go.
And they're not all going to be C Coops.
Question number 1. So, to the nearest mile,
C.
how long is the Las Vegas Strip? So is it A,
Crying out loud.
3.2 miles? Is it B, 4.2 miles? Or is it C, 5.2 miles?
I don't think the glasses are going to help, but here goes. So, I think that I've seen photos and I've obviously seen it in films. Well, the one thing that I noticed about it, it looked a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. So, with that knowledge,
Diameters.
I'm just going to pick A, which is the shortest option, but that I could be completely wrong. And this is from photos and like sort of, stuff in like magazines and that. It doesn't look
Google
really,
Earth?
really.
Be looking.
Yeah. So I'm going with A.
Well, unfortunately, while we've been in Vegas, I haven't been able to whip out a tape measure. So I will go with B, because it's in the middle, as am I.
I genuinely have no idea. But I know it's a reasonable drive from one end to the other. I don't think it's 5.2. Even though normally going for the biggest answer is
You're really
the
doing
way
a
to
Coops
go.
on this one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm going to go 4.2.
Right, question number 2. What is the oldest casino in Las Vegas? Is it A, the MGM Grand? Is it B, the Golden Gate? Or is it C, the Bellagio? Or Bellagio? Bellagio.
I've got absolutely no idea. I'm not going to go with B because that feels like a very current, trendy name. I'm going to go with the one that sounds like the oldest name, so I'm going to go A.
What MGM Grand will be to do with the movie bits and pieces.
Oh, no idea. I said I had no idea.
I will go A as well.
Oh, hold on.
I didn't slag off your answer at all.
Oh.
A.
Now, I have stayed at the Bellagio and the MGM Grand in the past. I have never stayed at the Golden Gate, so I'm going to go for B, the Golden Gate.
I like that, Ian. That's very good.
It was the oldest, not the one you haven't stayed in.
Yeah.
I think the Golden Gate might be on Fremont Street, which is the older strip, not the
He's
current
even listing
strip.
road names, right? Jeez.
Right, Ian, don't give too
Las
much away.
Vegas cringe.
Ian, don't give too much away. You might help Coops
Oh,
unwittingly
sorry.
on another question. What's the oldest
God.
street in Las Vegas? No, I'm joking. Right, this is one where it gives everyone an opportunity. What does Las Vegas mean in Spanish? Is it A, the fertile meadows? Is it B, the fluorescent mills? Or is it C, the fallow mountains?
I'm going to go with B, please. Marky. I also have no idea. Just want to clarify.
Just clarify that.
I sounded like I knew the answer. I have no clue.
I will also say I have no clue, and if you listen to any previous pub quiz, I'm an idiot when it comes to pretty much everything and foreign languages, so I'll go C.
When you went through the options, the one that kind of struck me as the most plausible, and I have no idea, my Spanish is bad, I would go C as well.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Je suis un baguette.
Right, question number 4. What is the nickname for Las Vegas? Is it A, the Holy Grail? Is it B, Sin City? Or is it C, the Lucky Mile?
Just give the point to Ian. Just give it to Ian. No, just give it to Ian.
He's probably got it tattooed on his back or something.
Yeah. So when I was there in the 17th century on the old strip.
The old strip.
Yes,
We
I
nicknamed
remember.
it this.
Yeah. Ian, he actually came up with the nickname. Marky, what was the second one?
Sin City.
Yeah, why not? YOLO, Sin City, why not? No clue.
I will also go Sin City.
It is Sin City.
Oh,
Boom.
There's a movie.
It's a very good movie. Right, on to the final question. Question number 5. On the Vegas sign, does it read, "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada," or Nevada? Does it read, "Welcome to flamboyant Las Vegas, Nevada"? Or does it read, "Welcome to fantastic Las Vegas, Nevada"? Which F word is on that sign? The famous sign.
Favourite F word.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously I've seen a few films and a few pictures of exactly what you're talking about, and if I get this wrong, I am an idiot, and I'm an idiot sandwich, and I will fully take the L, but I am 100,000,000% sure. I'm going to watch
Whoa.
Ian's face right now. No, I'm so sure that sign, it says the word fabulous, but I could be wrong, but I'm so sure it says fabulous. I'm sure there's a U, F-A-B-U.
Yeah, it's my favourite F word.
That's how you spell it, Coops.
If I am wrong, I'm an idiot. I'm sure it says
Clarify that
fabulous.
spelling.
F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S.
Yes. Go on, Milo, put me out of my misery, please.
Obviously, Ian and I have definitely seen this sign
Yes,
literally this whole weekend
Yeah.
before we recorded this episode. I'm pretty sure it's A,
Oh, thank God.
because we're definitely in the Vegas.
The sign reads, "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas."
Yes, thank God. Woof.
Brilliant. Well done, boys. You've completed my bar quiz. Here are the answers. Question 1. To the nearest mile, how long is the Las Vegas Strip? The answer is B. It's 4.2 miles.
Yes.
Milo and Ian have both got that one right. Well done. B. 2.
Question B.
A2.
You could do that for another pub quiz. Go like, we've got question A, B, C, D with option 1, 2, 3.
Here we go. Number 2. What is the oldest casino in Las Vegas? It's the one that Ian hasn't stayed at yet. It is the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino. Ian,
Wow.
you're right.
Oh, he's got 5 out of 5. I'm already cringing. I
He's
know.
bossed it, yeah.
Can we just get this over with?
And number 3, what does Las Vegas mean in Spanish? Well, no one's getting 100% because it is A, the fertile meadows is what.
Oh,
Las
really?
Vegas
There we go.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Thinking that Coops would be drawn to C for some reason, but he didn't play the game. He didn't
I
pick
like
a
the
C
sound
at
of the
all, did
mountains.
Coops?
They did.
It's
It
nice.
sounded right, yeah.
It sounded right. Number 4, what is the nickname for Las Vegas? It is Sin
Ian
City.
Waterfall.
Ian Waterfall.
We know Ian's won at this point, don't we?
Yeah.
And on the Vegas sign, does it read, "Welcome to"? It is fabulous, darlings. It is fabulous. Fabulous.
Well done,
So,
Ian.
surprisingly, Mr. Coops has got 2 points, which I think is pretty good going. Milo has got 3 points.
Oh my god, more than
And
50%.
Ian has got 4 points.
Okay,
Bloody
we
hell.
get it. Well done.
So, I've got a tie break, which we didn't need tonight, and we don't need it.
Come on.
So it won't change who's won the quiz, but I do like Coops' logic when it comes to these, and I do like yours as well, Milo, to be fair, since the Shard fiasco.
No, Ian has actual logic, not idiocy.
Ian has actual logic, yeah. So my
I
question
have
is
experience.
We know.
It's 1958.
You can talk.
I remember talking to Charles Dickens.
Ian, remember as well, some people rather energy over experience. Remember that.
I'm sure I come back to you.
Let's wrap this up really quickly, guys. Approximately how many million people visit Vegas each year?
Oh, mate.
Oh my god.
I'll give you a clue. It's in millions. Right.
Yes, 14.
Have I got to go first?
Mr.
Yes.
Coops, you do have to go first.
Oh, for a laugh. Why not? 100 million.
Milo.
See, I've got no clue whatsoever because I didn't think to do any research and ask people while we're here in Vegas. So I'll go 95 mil.
Mr. Ian.
So Coops has gone 100 mil and Milo's
Yeah.
gone 95.
Yeah, Milo's really made this difficult for you, Ian. He's got 5 less.
Are you going to go above Coops, or are you going to sandwich in between us?
I'm just thinking. There's a lot of hotels, and they are very big hotels. I genuinely have no idea. 101 million.
Oh, for crying out loud.
101 million.
It can't be that high, really, can it? Surely.
So, the answer is 41 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
Milo wins.
Okay.
I actually got the tiebreaker.
Do you know what? I wish you guys. I mean, I could speak for it. I'd do the same in that situation. I'd love it if you're like brave and like you've gone Milo gone. Do you know what? I'm going to be brave. 50 million. Put the onus on Ian to really go for it. Then, but no, 5 million.
Yeah, probably
less.
split the middle.
It's 5 million
Yes.
less.
Good game.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done, Ian.
A magnificent but not entirely unexpected victory for Waterfall there. Coops, we've really got to up our game.
You say that every time.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marky, for that splendid pub quiz. We do love when you wield them out. But
We do.
we can have a little chat. We've talked about our own personal expectations with the tour. Now, let's have a dive into the tour event concept as a whole, looking back to Johto. Thank you. And Kanto. Do you want to do it again? Going back another year. Lovely. Lovely stuff.
And then to end, Magikarp Shiny got released. Back another year.
Lovely stuff. So, this is the first IRL event of 2023, but it's not technically the first live tour event because last year we had, and I forget the sodding town that it was in, what city?
Monterey, and it
Monterey.
was Kanto Tour during Johto Tour.
It was like Kanto Tour on a day after Johto Tour.
Yeah.
They had 3 locations and one of them disappeared. And I think they had one in. Did they have one in Taiwan as well?
Yeah, I think the Middle Eastern one
Many
disappeared,
moves.
didn't it?
Yeah, Abu Dhabi disappeared.
Yeah.
I think they had one in Taiwan and one in Mexico.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like a Kanto add-on to Johto Tour. This is a proper live event for Hoenn Tour specifically with a global follow-up, much more similar to a Go Fest format. I guess looking forward, future live events, obviously, I don't know, where do we think they could go next for a Safari Zone that should be coming up soon?
Don't ask me. I'm still waiting on London, to be honest.
We had that Ultra Beast rifle last year.
That's our lot.
That is.
London is notoriously difficult to get any green lights to have live events
Yeah.
at.
True.
Sadly.
True. And expensive, I could only imagine.
Liverpool
Yes.
2.0. I would personally like to see them go to, I don't know, maybe Italy.
Italy would be nice.
Somewhere in Italy would be very interesting to go to.
I genuinely feel that Canada is overdue.
Okay.
I know they've had a Safari Zone in Canada before, but I genuinely think that Canada is overdue a live event 100%.
Marky, you've championed a Australian Safari Zone, haven't you?
I have in the past. It's got to be somewhere different now. Can't have the same countries getting more rolls of the dice of these before they start ticking off some of these other countries. India, throwing it out
Yeah.
there. They've not had any events, massive population, but I do think Australia. I have championed for Australia. Maybe New Zealand. Don't get me wrong, of course they'll re-roll it in the same places again because obviously they've proven they can make them work then. And some of these countries are so vast, you'll get a different crowd going to them or similar crowds revisiting these places. Because for me, the country needs tourism, isn't it? It's that link. It's the countries wanting to host them, which is the thing. I do foresee calendars potentially being another one there. I think Australia, definitely think Australia. They've got to give them something.
Yeah, after this long period of time, there really should be an Aussie Safari Zone in some way.
Like I said, difficult and expensive to get to, but literally the most amazing place ever. So it would be an amazing weekend or half a week or whatever they decide to do.
We will have to see what comes further in 2023.
There'll be a lot of them though, won't there?
There should be.
I think 23 is going to be like 22 was the first year after the pandemic of live events in person, and I think they've proven the appetite's there. I think for Niantic, just adding to what we've just spoken about, it's about countries like hosting World Cups, isn't it? We want to host these events because it's going to boost our tourism and that want. And if all these countries have these relatively sort of available places and they want to do it, they could have one every 3 or 4 weeks for all they care. It doesn't really change anything, does it, these events?
Yeah, I think that is a fair point because it very much does depend on the sort of governments and local councils for these places.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do have to make a good point, Mark, because last year was very much the start of the live events again. I know we had them in 21 in Liverpool, St. Louis and Philadelphia. But last year really was a big year for live events. We had Seville, we had the 3 in APAC, and we had the 3 Go
GoFest, yeah.
And I think we're going to very much see at least a similar sort of pattern this year. So I can certainly see 3 GoFests, 1 in each region. So there will be one in the Americas, there'll be one in Europe or EMEA, and there'll be one in APAC. But I definitely think we're going to see 2 or 3 Safari Zones this year as well.
Yeah, I hope we see a few more perhaps, because I know APAC was very heavy with Safari Zones, but they had nothing for 2 years overall for 2020 and 2021. So that was kind of like their compensation.
And they had been kind of underrepresented outside of Japan.
Yes.
Prior to that.
Yeah, they'd only had Singapore, I think, at that point in 2019. So they need a bit of love.
Yep.
Well, all I can say is that I've just spotted outside something that's rivaling the Statue of Liberty in Vegas.
I saw that.
Yeah, is that
Mark's pole?
the big prize of the casino? Get to take Mark's pole home.
Actually, there is a Statue of Liberty in Vegas, in New York.
That's why I referenced it.
Yeah.
It is nice to get the pole out in another country. It's always
give it an airing.
Some Vegas air.
Give some Vegas air.
Did you in another country?
So the question that we put on the poll tonight was, with the Pokemon Go Hoenn Tour creeping up on us, yeah, that's the Hoenn Tour creeping up, not my poll creeping up on you. We wondered how you plan to play this event. But we had 178 people vote on the poll for this one.
Reasonable
that must
number.
Be some number, I think.
Well, how many retweets did you get this week?
4. Dropped off from last week.
People, you've been slacking.
So the options were Vegas in real life, global, Vegas and global, and not going to play it at all. We'll read some of the comments first. And I think we'll be surprised with some of the answers. Malcolm Burgess, global for me. When the Las Vegas event was announced, I had a look at the flights. They were $2,500 return from Australia. I will save that money for a future UK trip, possibly in line with a GoFest Safari Zone. Totally get that. That is an expensive trip, certainly from the other side of the world. Reviews from the tub. I've fallen out of love with this game. Hard! ! Ghastly Girl has tweeted, global because I can't afford to go to Vegas. Really hoping we get more info on the global site soon. That has been released. It's been released, I should say, over the last few weeks. Lucy Davis, global definitely. Kitty Pokemon's a lot. Global for me. Sadly, travel outside the UK isn't happening for me currently. Barside 2 has put a nice little gif of welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. He'll be there, I'm sure.
I spy you at the slot machines.
Spy war. And Run CMC has said, Vegas isn't my scene. I'm waiting on home base Australia. You are due one, if I'm being honest with you. Or Japan.
Home base?
I was going to think, are they referring to the UK
I was
store?
talking about the hardware store.
Possible. Was it Buntings or Bunnings who bought it? Wasn't it? That's the Australian people who bought it, wasn't it?
Bunnings bought home base, yeah.
Can we get events in
Bunnings.
home base versus B&Q?
Or if you're in America, Home Depot.
Home Depot. They always do that, don't they? Depot. So, the results. In last place with 7%, Vegas in real life, which doesn't surprise me.
And that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because there's a small proportion of people going there.
In joint second spot with 8%, Vegas and Global are not going to play it at all. So 8% of people aren't going to bother to play it, which shows, I think, like we said, the game it's not. We've said it before. Hoenn isn't something that makes you want to jump out and play it if you're a casual player or you kind of dip in and out of it. It doesn't feel as powerful as previous ones. But hey,
and you know what? That's bad, isn't it? When they're giving you a free event, it's not ticketed; it's free.
Exactly. Obviously, Global is always going to win this. And I think really encouraging to see 76% of people have said Global, which, listen, loads of people still play the game. It's fun. It's not about necessarily the event specifically. It's about the people you play with, the communities, and getting everyone out together. And these events are great for that. Absolutely. Some of the best events that we've had together have been the Global tour events.
Yes.
I suppose at the end of the day, though, like, I guess everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, here's me being like, I'm going to play the whole time. Ask me next week. You'll be like, Coops, how did you do? I'll be like, I didn't play 1 minute of it.
Like, I stayed in bed all day.
Literally, hungover. No, but, you know, let's see. Let's see. Say it again, why not? Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's the great thing about it. We all have our own opinions. And...
Boys, think about it. #content with content. Anyway, what do you say when I'm not on the episode? Swiftly moving on.
Moving on.
We've got to move it on to what is our favourite section, something that sparkles as brightly as Vegas does. It is #Shinies of the Week.
Shinies of the week.
I'll jump in, fellas, if that's all right. So, we've got this one. This was from, I think, 2 weeks ago. I've totally missed this, which is weird because this is my Pokemon. But I've got one here from Gabriella, and it says, I think it's safe to say I will never click on a helicopter ever again. Shiny family complete. At Incensed Podcast. #Shinies of the week. #Shiny. #helicopter. Actually, #helicopter. #Shiny check. And she did get, she's got 2. But yeah, she did get, I'll say it properly because why not, a Shiny Heli-Optile, which is pretty poggers.
Nice.
Smashing.
Next up, we've got Jando, or is it DJ Ando77? One or the other. This one's from Instagram, so keep them coming on Instagram. And it's going back a little while, but it's one we've not called out before. Shiny Tapu Koko. And that one is, I'm in love with the Coco. #Pokemon Go Shiny. #Pokemon Go. #Shinies of the week.
That's a great song, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in love with the Coco. I'm sure it's that. I'm in love. Is it? No?
Oh, God, that thing was over social media.
Yeah. Have I got that right,
years
Milo?
and years ago.
I think
Yes.
it is. Yeah.
Unfortunately and depressingly, you have. Yes.
So we've got one here from Sanjay Schmoseby. I love that. I think the Schmoseby is a How I Met Your Mother reference there. Ted Schmoseby.
Good name.
But it is also, as Coops loves, the Tequila Man. At the Tequila Man. So Sanjay Schmoseby, the Tequila Man, has put at Incensed Podcast, does it count during community days? When you see the original picture, it just has Noibat with the sparkles right, and you go, yeah, okay, technically, if you're listening to the podcast whilst playing Community Day, it does count.
Yeah. Shiny is a shiny. Yep, counts.
Shiny is a shiny.
Yep.
But then when you scroll across to the second image of the one he's caught, which is shining, it's a Shundo. So I think...
No way.
That is
GG.
Shundo,
GG's.
it counts.
Minty Bat.
Yeah.
#Shundos of the week.
Minty Bat.
Congratulations. And to round out this section, I'm going to shout out HRH Kaylee. That was quick. #Pokemon Go. #Shinies of the week at Incensed Podcast. Was a little while ago, but it is the female Shiny Frillish.
Oh.
Which is very
last week.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
last
nice.
week, yeah.
That's a really
Only
good
last
event.
week. Absolutely fantastic. Pulling that in actually technically on the first day of the event.
Sweet.
Big congrats.
Yeah. Toit. So some great shinies of the week there, but that brings us to the end of this Hoenn Tour Vegas show. So Milo and I are going to be staying for a few days. Coops and Mark are heading back to the airport because they need to be back in the UK yesterday. And while they're getting in the car and heading off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone that's listened to the show. Thank you to everybody that's been up to see us in Vegas. It's
Yes,
great seeing
absolutely.
you. Always do that. You see us at live events, come and say hello. We're all very, very approachable. And you know what? The not so notable trainers need a little bit of love as well as the notable trainers.
We're better.
Before we do go, we'd just like to say thank you to everyone that supports us through our Patreon. And if you are on the bronze or silver tiers, thanks for being there. You guys rock. And if you are on the gold tier, then I cannot thank you enough because you are the ones that really help us make this show sound as good as it does. And those of you that are on the gold tier are HermesNinja, JB, CliffordMert, DerbyRuss, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Dom the Ragnarok, ML Folk 2022, Apex 187, Professor 58, KTechnogal, and MUFTi. And I think some of you will have seen us this weekend, actually, looking at that list.
Absolutely.
And you know what? It wouldn't be a show without us checking in with Coops to see what the Spotify ratings are. Coops, what we at?
Yeah, 4.9. Move on. 4.9.
Yeah, okay,
still.
moving on.
I love that.
We do sincerely hope you all have a great global Hoenn Tour next weekend. And don't forget to flex your shinies with using the #Shinies of the week. And with all that said and done, we will catch you next week for a review.
But boys, good news.
What?
Actually, sorry, I meant to say bad news. It's Jigglypuff Spotlight Hour reminder, Tuesday night.
And on that terrible disappointment,
Yeah, go back to trying to beg in the Trainer Club videos. Bye.
we'll catch you next week. Enjoy yourselves.